Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scripture Art. Today is June the 10th, 2025. And so for June, this is the iPad Scripture Art class for the month. If you want to watch and you don't have an iPad, you still could learn some things and be inspired. But we do have the same class using traditional methods on Monday. This is a brand new time for us. I had been doing it in the evening, so we've decided to try it at 1 p.m. on Tuesdays. It's hard. It's hard to remember like all these different times that I have going on. So I'm trying to like stick to the same time. So 1 o'clock on Mondays is traditional, or the second Monday of the month, and the second Tuesday of the month, 1 o'clock. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm glad that you're here. And today we're doing a wood carve technique, or something that's we're trying to make look like wood carved. And I'm going to show you just some fun tips, and then you might like play around and like figure out something totally better and different. Hi, Eileen. I'm so glad you found us. April found us. Yay, good. Perfect. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Did y'all be honest? Tell me in the comments. Did you find it? Because I just posted a link and said, I'm going live now. All caps. All caps now. Did y'all find it? Because you're like, there it is. I hope that's helpful. If it is, let us know, and we'll try to remember to do that. We do send out a 1 hour reminder by email. If you haven't gotten that, check your junk mail. But also, if we want to make sure you're getting the emails, because we always try to update you and keep you in the loop. And we send a weekly email about the tribe, and I want to make sure you're getting that. So if you're not sure, check your junk mail. And if you're not sure, still send an email to support@craftwithchristy.com, and we will get you fixed up. Brittany will be there to get you fixed up. So sometimes what happens is you unsubscribe and then they won't let you resubscribe. It's kind of weird how it works. And then sometimes it's the wrong, like you check a different email address. So you never know. Okay, good. Some of you got your email. Yay. That's awesome. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I have to tell y'all, I've been trying to record all day, and it's been really grainy, like blurry here and there. I think do you have a good connection with me? Because right now I feel like I look really clear, and I'll tell you why I think I fixed it, or how. I have been working on this all day, y'all. I cleaned my camera lens. And that it's so much better now. So hopefully y'all can see me really well. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you feel so dumb when you work so hard for something. This is not my artwork right here. This is one of my very favorite artists, Lori Siebert. Do y'all know Lori Siebert? Oh, I love her stuff. And so I actually didn't know it was hers. I was at someone's house, and I told the story yesterday, so forgive me to repeat this, but I was at someone else's house and staying the night, and I kept looking at this. She had it. It was a little framed piece sitting on a credenza, and I kept looking at it, and I just couldn't stop looking at it. I was like, I want to teach my people how to do that. And so my people, as in you, my lovely students. And so I just kept like eyeballing it and everything. And then I got home and I was like, I can't stop thinking about it. So I asked the lady whose house it was, can you please send me a picture of it? Because I want to teach my group the best I can. This is not my normal style. If you know, I'm a bright colored person. So this was more of a challenge, but then I just love the idea of it. So we're going to take this and just see what we can do with it. This is what I came up with. And I don't like to look at them side by side, because you're going to pick mine apart and you're going to be like, hers is so much better. No, but I see one thing I would have done different. This is a lot darker, like really, really dark brown. And mine is not dark enough. As I was playing around, I started making it darker, but I think I got the same kind of idea. So let's go on. And then I want to show you, here is a side by side of what I created. The left one is inspiration from Lori Siebert. The right one is inspiration, also from Lori Siebert, but with color. And I felt like I could breathe once that one was over, because it was more me. But we have to try new and different things. So I hope this is pushing you out of the box. And especially when you do my artwork that's not yours, because every week or every month you may be like, I normally wouldn't do this. It is so good. It is so good for you to try new things and different things, for us to branch out. So, all right. So you have the template. That's what the template looks like. If you don't know how to pull the template in, let me show you. Hold on. Yours is going to look like that. All right. So you save this. So this is already, and I'm kind of backing up here and telling a lot of extra details that I don't tell every week, because we have a lot of new people. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Yay. Did I say hi, Michelle? Hi, Michelle. I don't know. I can't remember, but I saw you. And Melissa's here. Yay. Becky's here. Awesome. Good to see you guys. So to pull this in, well, first of all, you can save it from the Facebook page or after this is over, the website. Okay. And you just download it like you would a JPEG, like a picture, right? And so then you will go and pull it in by adding it as a photo. So you'll insert as a photo. And when you do that, it'll take you to your camera roll. And I don't even know I don't even know if I have that, but I'm just going to pull up something else to show you. So it'll pull up whatever it is. So, so you'll have your little template and okay, we're going to start a new canvas, 8.5 by 11. I always do 8.5 by 11. So you'll know, I mean, unless I tell you differently. And then you're going to pull your template in here. And you can resize this however you want. You don't need all of this scripture art stuff on there, but I did, y'all, I feel like I was pretty good this time. I'm not always this good, but I did try to remember to put down what some of the brushes I'm going to be using, what they're called. They're newer brushes to me. I don't use them real often, but they're so fun. Let's get started. You're probably like, come on, let's get with it. Let's get with it. I did put Lori Siebert's name here so you can look her up. And this is the scripture we're focusing on this month. Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares for you. And Donna already told us that worked. And this was great for her because she was going through a hard time. All of a sudden she looked down. She's like, okay, Lord, I get it. I get it. But that is from 1 Peter 5:7. When we do this, remember, this is supposed to look like you've carved it in wood. So it's not like a perfect looking lettering. I actually don't think I want to trace anything yet. So we're just going to start by adding a layer. Okay. And then we're going to get a dark brown. Really dark brown. And I'll tell you what brush to get in just a second. That's good. Okay. And then go down to, for the background. Did I put background on here? Why didn't I do that? I know I did. For the thin carving, underline words, flower, fill in petals. Weird. Maybe I just use dry ink. Okay, I'm going to take my dry ink and turn it up all the way and just, no, because that's not big enough. Okay, we're going to go look. We're going to go shopping. Go shopping down at the bottom. These are free, though, to you because they came with the program. I'm trying to look for a lot of different ones that we can try. Oh, charcoal. That's what it was. Charcoal, I believe. Ooh, burnt tree looks cool, too. Let's see how burnt tree looks. Ooh, look at that. But I want it more filled in, more colored in. So we're going to try the charcoal block. That is under charcoals. This is kind of square. That could be, yeah. So I'm trying to cover most of it, but I want it textured looking. Now this is a blank. We're not coloring on our template. We're on a separate layer. So make sure you change your layers before. Okay, there's that. Okay, and now we're going to add another layer. Blank layer. And we're going to go to like a off-white color, like a creamish off-white color. And I'm going to keep that same brush, I believe. No, let's try another charcoal just for fun. Willow charcoal. I'm just going to, I don't know. You might want to watch me first. And I'd actually do recommend y'all watch me first anyway, because you won't miss anything. Now, I am pressing down, but not too hard. So if I press down too hard, it's going to be a solid look. I'm not going for that. I'm going for this over here. And the idea of this is to kind of look like maybe a birch tree. So it's got that dark underneath and then that lighter on top. Perfect. Okay, now we could do two different things. We can actually like look like it's carving in the wood and do an erase technique, or we can write on top and just kind of make it look like, you know. So let's just maybe try both. But now I'm going to pull my template to the top. And I'm going to turn down the opacity because you can't see underneath right now. And I want to see underneath. So I'm going to click the letter N over here. And I'm going to take the max and turn it down to 25%-ish. It doesn't matter exactly, just so you can still see it. And then I'm going to make sure I'm not going to draw on that layer. I'm going to add a layer. And now I'm going to go back to that dark brown. Kind of keep up with your dark brown. And let's go ahead and, hang on, I need to pull up my template so I don't forget. Don't forget how I did that. Okay. Now, so I almost messed up. So what I want to teach you right now is if you wanted it to make it be like you're carving in, okay? Which would be, somebody's calling me. Somebody calling me. No, thank you. Spam. Okay. So we're actually, I'm changing what I said. Instead of, but we're going to go to, okay. We're going to go to the eraser. Have you ever drawn with an eraser? Okay. We're going to draw with the eraser, but we have to decide what brush we're going to use, because the eraser has brushes too, which is kind of cool. So we're going to look down here at my thin carving. I think we'll pick one of these. So I'm going to go to sketch, or that one, sketching, go down to sketching. Oh, sorry. Those were mine. And I put my little arrows so I knew everything down here came with Procreate. Sketching, and then Derwent. Derwent. Probably a lot of these would work. That's just the one I had. Okay. And now let's see how, whoops. Oh, okay. So to erase, you would go on the layer with the off-white. And so when you erase, it's going to leave a, that's just not big enough for me. Hold on. I want to make it a little bit bigger. Oh, because I'm on the wrong one. Was I drawing with the wrong thing? I think so. I'm going to go back to Derwent, and this is what I want to erase with. It's okay. Okay, I kind of want it a little bit thicker. It still works. It's exactly what, I mean, I wanted it to do, but I think I want it thicker because I'm going to color this whole thing in, or make thicker lines around it. Let's look again. I'm going to go to the artist crayon down here at the bottom. Go to the artist crayon and let's try that again. Why does it not seem, it should be dark. Just didn't seem very dark. Am I on the right layer? Yeah, it's not dark because, was I erasing? Uh-oh, here comes Apple. I think I messed up because the template. Okay, let me just go around here and then we'll take off the template and see what it looks like. And it doesn't seem very dark, but I think it's because it's on top of that. So I'm going to take off the template. There we go. Much better. The template's what was throwing me. And now I liked it thick like that. You can decide how thick you want your carving to be. But remember, we're on the layer. Whoops. With the, we're carving into our top layer of our project. We're carving in, and it looks really light brown now, but it's not. And now I'm going to maybe make it a little bit thinner and then go down here. And then I'm going to go around and erase all of these. Okay, I'm going to take it off just to make sure we're still doing good. Yep, perfect. So these petals, they don't have to be perfect because none of this is going to look perfect in the end for sure. And sorry that I seem, it's hard to teach sometimes because I have to teach backwards to what I do. It doesn't make, if you never taught this, it may not make any sense, but I promise you, I'm not that much of a ding dong as I sound sometimes. I'm like, what is the best way to teach it? Because you can do it 5 million, the same thing 5 million ways, but what would be the best for you guys is what I always think. Let's go ahead and color this whole inside as well. And I saw your artwork, some of your artwork from yesterday, and it made me so happy. It just, I love it when y'all post your artwork. Now, right now, if I tried to erase this, because see, that's like out of the way. It's, it's a little over than I wanted it. But if I went to erase it, what would happen? It's just going to erase more of it. Remember, we used an eraser. So what I would have to do is go back and add some of that other, but it's not enough to bother me. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. I'm going to color in this too, or erase this too. Sorry. And here. Perfect. Awesome. Now, while we're here, and this is the junior high phase where it's really, really awkward. Now, we're going to add a layer. And I'm going to get rid of my template for right now. And on this layer, we are going to go ahead and get that off-white color again. And then we're going to go and find one of those. Let's go back to that Derwent, or one of the sketching brushes. I'm going to do 6B. It looks thicker. I think I'm going to try 6B. And all I'm doing is making some circles that kind of overlap. Very loose lines. Okay. And then let's go ahead and make a square inside here. And when I say square, I mean not a perfect square. Let's make another one inside of it, and then keep going around it, and keep going, and keep going. And then now we can't make a square, so we're going to just keep making lines to make it feel like it's still going. Perfect. Okay. Now we can, let's see. I think I want to go underneath it. Yeah, let's make a layer underneath it. Okay, so in between the top background layer, if you're on that layer, click a plus sign, and then this, what we just did, will be on top of that layer. The blank layers in the middle. Okay, now let's go. I like that artist crayon. Let's go back to that. That's under sketching, the very bottom one. And then you can pick, I would pick 3 colors that look good together, maybe 4. I think I picked 4. So there's kind of a yellow, there's a blue, a red, and a green, but they're all pretty subtle. So think of that. I'm going to start in the middle with this golden color. And then I'm just going to pick another layer to go around and color it in very loosely. This is a carved tree. There's nothing perfect about that. Okay, I'm going to find a softer green and just find a spot for it. This is probably a little brighter than I meant to do, but I don't know. It's fun to try something different. No, not going to do that yet. Okay, I'm going to do like a kind of a soft pinky red or pink. You see, I'm not worried about the lines. I love that brown shine coming through. I love that. It's like a wash, just like we're putting a wash on it. And then I had a soft blue as well. And now I can continue out here with some of these colors. I'll do red. Okay. Looking good so far. Now we're going to move down here to the bottom, and we're going to start our little stripes across here. And I'm just picking random spots to put it. I'm not making a certain pattern, but you can. You do what makes you comfortable. Okay. Now let's take one of the colors, just pick one. I'm going to do the pinky color, and I'm going to make some oval shapes, kind of like, they look like petals inside of a big petal. How about that? If you wanted to, you could copy and paste that and put it over here, flip it over. But this is really, the look of this is so loose and free. I would say the less perfect things you have about it, the better, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's take the green and just kind of color around behind it. So we still have that brown popping through. Like so. Now I'm going to take the a color for the petals. And my original, I did this color. But when I was playing around yesterday in class, I did more of a peachy color. And so today I think I'm going to do kind of lean towards that instead of the white. And this is actually a lighter pink, just lighter pink version of this one here. Oops. It is about to storm, y'all. I can hear it. It is thundering. And of course, I'm about to go somewhere right after this. Go out in that rain. But at least I took the doggies out. If y'all have doggies and it's about to storm, are y'all like, okay, we got to go out now? Because, I've got little dogs, little prissy dogs who think, I can't get wet. I'm sure your dogs are better than mine. All right. It looks like chalk. That looks like chalk to me. Ooh, fun. This is so fun. I love the texture. So fun. All right. Looks good and looks totally different than my sample, but I love how different it is. Now, let's, when we up here, when we did this, we traced around this and did all the squares and we used the outline there. I want to change the color of that. Remember we did it on its own layer? Let's change the color of that. Oh my gosh. It is like black outside. That is concerning at 1:20 in the afternoon. That's a little scary. Okay. Pray for me. No tornadoes. Please, no tornadoes. I'm going to change the color of that. Remember that layer? It was all by itself. I want to actually go white, and I'll show you why. I just think it's going to stand out, or pretty close to white. See how it stands out? Let me go back. Or let's change it to different colors. Let's do, that's black, and there's white. I think I'm going to stick with white for now. It's on its own layer, so we can change it. And I'm going to go ahead and continue drawing and adding some lines with on that same layer, okay? Because all the outlines I want to be like that. And I think I used the 6B pencil for that under sketching. So I'm just going to go right back to that. And then I'm just going to start making some lines around. Yeah, like that. And then I'm going to go down here and also make more lines. And I want to do it where the dark brown, there's an edge that still has the dark brown with it out there. So it's like you're carved into it. And then we'll go ahead and do this. Can y'all hear that thunder? Oh, creepy. Creepy. If you want to, you could go around. I'm going to make these like lighter colors. Not as bold as as hard as I was pushing down on that white. Okay. I'm pressing down pretty hard on this one. to make those darker lines. But then when I go here, I'm just lightly, oh, it's coming down. And it's just rolling, rolling thunder. You had storms all night. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, I'm going to keep going around here. I don't mind the rain. I like rain, but when you get the tornado stuff and I don't like that. I mean, of course, none of us do, but. I'm like, is that hail I hear? Okay, now it's not time for lunch. You okay? I don't know why I don't feed her before I get on here. Okay. Next. Oh, I didn't go around here, so make sure you go around there. And then make some white lines in between here. Like that. Looks so much better with every layer. Oh, thank you. I hope so. That's the goal. And then since I didn't go all the way up here with these colors, I'm going to go back and fix that. So I'm going to go back under, down to the layer I was on. I'm going to change my brush to my eraser. Remember my eraser? I was on Artist Crayon, and I'm just going to start. Oops. Wait, is that what I was on? Is that what I was on? Oh, no. That was an eraser. On the brush, I'm going to go back down to Artist Crayon. Am I doing the right thing? I think I am. Isn't that what I did? If not, it works anyway. Okay, there you go. Much better, much better. So next, I really like the edge to have like a, well, we can do that at the end. I think we'll do that at the end. And it seems so small, but if you wanted to make it bigger, you'd want to make like everything bigger. Like otherwise, if you just make the flower bigger, look what's going to happen. Remember your background? We etched that in there. So we want to take all of it, all 3 layers that I have. Is that a layer 2? And we're going to just make it bigger. And you could have made your template bigger first, but I feel like it just needs to be bigger. Okay, but now that I unclick that, all that layer is gone. You can't go back unless you hit back right now, but you can't change what I just did once you leave the app. Or exit out of this one, actually. If you just exit out of this one. All right, so now we could just think about what you might want a drawing guide for your lettering. That's up to you. And if you can't see your drawing guide, go to Edit Drawing Guide. You can make it thicker to where you can see it better. And then you can also change the color of your drawing guide. And then that way you can see it better. The color's up here. So I'm going to do like a bright orange or a bright pink. So maybe y'all can see it. I can't see that very well. So you probably can't. And then I'm going to, okay, I'll do the grid size bigger. And then I'm going to do the thickness a lot bigger. And the opacity, that's what I had. The opacity is huge. If you don't have the opacity turned up, then you can't see it. Okay. Change the color one more time. That's better. Okay, I can see it now. Now I'm going to add a layer. And I'm going to change my color to that dark, dark, dark brown. As dark as you can find it. It's like different shades of brown on here. Okay. And then I'm going to decide what brush I'm going to use for carving. Now, on my template, what did I say that I used? For the carving, I used the Derwent. for the really thin carving. And see on the flower, y'all could go back and try some of these other ones that I used. There's the background, the stucco, dry brush, fill in the petals. See, I used all different kinds of stuff. Oh, you can use the side of the pencil too sometimes to write just like a real pencil. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's go back to the, I'm going to do Procreate pencil because I can make it thicker. But so like say you sketch like this, but if you go to the side, I think you can, from what I understand, you can, yeah, see how I'm doing some soft pencil work, but if I want to write up here, it goes like that. So it's like a real pencil. Pretty cool. And I'm going to make it, let's see how thick I can make it. I'm going to go back to 6B. So just play around with the brushes and see which one you like for your carved letters. And then tell us what you loved, because we all want to know like how different you can make it look. I think the artist crayon, I think it's, oh, that does work good. That might be what I used. Okay, here we go. Give all your cares. Oops. What am I doing? An upside down G? Give. Oh, we can pull the template back up now too. But remember, you're going to move your template if you moved your whole project. Okay. Be on the right layer. Give all, and this is where you memorize your scripture of the month. And one reason why I picked this is because we have Life with Gail coming in. She is your guest speaker for this month. We don't always have one, but we have one this month. And she is so good. And she's not only going to teach you how to make an accordion book that's so easy and simple that I think I'm even going to take on my trip with Paisley. My daughter and I are going to go. And I already made one, just put it together for Paisley. So when we're on our trip, we can actually use it and I can come back and show you what I did. But she's going to show you how to make an accordion book. But not only that, is she's going to walk you through talking about like how, therapeutic it is to do art and what it does for you and all that kind of thing. So just like a kind of like a coaching kind of thing. A creative coach, though. Give all your worries and cares to God. Remember, we're carving. We're not worried about our lettering being like pristine or anything. Have you ever carved something in a tree or a picnic table or something you weren't supposed to in a desk at school? I don't know that. I obviously I've carved something because I know what it feels like, but I don't know that that's what I carved. Okay, I'm going to move both my template and my words up and I'll probably make my words smaller in a minute, but they're a little bit crooked at the top, so I'm going to move that a little bit over. Okay, but I can make it all smaller in a minute. I think I'll start a new layer. He, and if you want to capitalize he, you can. It's not always capitalized, but you certainly is great to do that. If you didn't hear me also say yesterday that the ABC series that I'm doing on YouTube that we're dropping every Thursday at 3 p.m. This week is letter C. I hope you're doing that with us because it's great practice for you. Okay, now I'm going to make these two both a little bit smaller because I want it to fit on here, obviously. But I just wanted my flower bigger. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the template. And I'm going to I want to go ahead and write because I Don't want to forget 1 Peter 5:7, wherever you want to put it. Okay. I'm going to take off my grid, and then I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to be like, I don't like the bottom. I like the bottom because there's too much extra space. Now I wish I would have moved it down. But if I move it down, you know what's going to happen? Watch. It's going to have that up there. But can we fix that? Of course we can. We can fix anything. So I'm going to kind of get it where I want it. About right there. And then I'm just going to go back and see if I can blend this and make it look like this in the background. Remember how we did that? Let's get this color. And let's go to, I don't remember. Charcoal. One of the charcoals. Willow charcoal. And then it's on its own layer, so we're good. Now I'm going to do this, and it may cover up my words, so I want to make sure I have it underneath that layer. Hang on. I'm going to make this go underneath. It's a little too solid. Hold on. It's a little too solid. And there's a straight line there that looks horrible. Hold on. Okay, we're going to make this go underneath everything so it doesn't interfere with our words. And then we're going to go to, this is a trial right here. How about we go to the layer, this layer, okay, that layer. And we're going to use our, this. There's different words for it, airbrush or blending tool, probably blending tool. And they also have brushes for that. And mine is on damp brush, which is a favorite of mine. I don't even know if that's one. Let's just go do what we were using. Let's go to charcoals. Okay, willow charcoal. And now we're going to use it as a blending thing. And as I do this, you see how it's kind of sort of taking away that line. Hold on. I want to make it smaller. And just kind of blending it. Is it my imagination or is it working? I think it's working. And we're going to add something else in just a second, which might help make it also not be as noticeable. I'm cool with that. Are y'all cool with that? Okay, now a border around it to make it look like it's kind of like burnt on the edges or carved on the edges or something. So let's make a new layer. Let's think about the dark, dark, dark brown that we had. And then let's go back to the charcoal. I really like the charcoal for this, for all of this. I like it a lot. Let's do compressed just to try something different. And then I'm just going to barely touch the edge over here. I'm not even like on the paper. I'm off the paper. I'm just barely touching the side of it, like right here, because it's like an overspray. The brush is kind of an overspray, so it's going over it. And I'm not trying to be even. I like it kind of uneven. And then we can go back with the airbrush and we can kind of brush that out, so it doesn't look so, perfect. What do y'all think? Now, see, I got too close. Don't get too close. Color outside of the paper. And unless your brush is smaller, yours might be smaller. You might be using a different brush. But for this one, this is how it seems to work best for me. Blending tool, go back and blend. And you can blend out as far as you want. Doesn't that look better? Adding all that. And if you feel like you didn't get enough, come back over and, oops, make it darker in places. What do you think? Did I miss anything? I think that's it. I think that's the main thing I was going to show you today. It looks so chalky to me. It looks like, think of it as on a birch tree. And you carved in this flower, and then you added like some chalk to the top. That's what it looks like to me. You love it? Good. Me too. I'm so glad. Thank you all so much for being here today. And for anybody who's watching the replay, I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'm going to sign off and go swim to my appointment. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.